Well, time's coming to a close. We're very, very grateful for the stories that have been shared, the memories and the honor that's been given. I'd like to conclude our time today speaking on behalf of our family in some remembrances of Dad. You know, Dad was a man of words, a man of healing words, of deep and confrontational words at times. And if you saw him on the platform, you knew that he was a master of words. And so I'd like to borrow some words as I've thought about his life and as we've spoken about him as family, to close and bring you our memories and our tribute. Words like courage. The courage that he had to face a suddenly altered future, alone, 14 years old, being put on a truck to an internment camp, separated from his parents. The courage to face a suddenly altered future alone on that first night in an internment camp, and then the first morning in America to face that future alone. What a future he made of it. Words like determination. Determination not only to survive life as a refugee and life in the terrors of war, but when he got to America, the determination to dream, to imagine an extraordinary future, and to live it. Words like vision. The vision he had, the farther he went in life and the more opportunities that he saw, to leverage his talent and the genius that he had, to leverage all of that with the freedom that America gave him, and to do something remarkable with his life. Words like partnership, like the partnership that he entered into for 29 years with our mom, Irene, whom many of you knew. A partnership in which together they nurtured many dreams, overcame many obstacles, raised a family, greeted the opportunities that would alter the future for him and for her and for us and for thousands of people we never had a chance to meet. Words like compassion. He had the compassion not to look past a problem that generations of physicians before him had looked past. He had the compassion to look at it a second time, and he saw it with a healer's eyes. He thought to himself, these people are suffering, and they can get better, and they will get better. A word like understanding. A practiced understanding through all that he experienced in his early life and all that he gained from your lives. That became an understanding of the human condition. He understood it in deep ways and in so many places of interaction with people. But he particularly understood the addict's experience and the family's suffering for those in addiction. He even understood the tender and even humorous realities of this battle called life. And in the most serious battle ever, the battle for recovery, he didn't forget to keep it human. Words like humor. If you saw him speak on the platform, you know it well. He had the ability to create an incandescent light with words that could often ignite enough hope in someone that they could go into the darkness that early years of recovery were like, and they could do it with a bit of grace and humor that made them cheerfully walk in the dark. And finally, a word like strength. The strength that emboldened him to clearly confront people, both of remarkable achievement or of everyday circumstance, so that they would not cheat themselves out of recovery one day longer. As a family, we saw and knew these things. As a family, we have inherited and will pass on these things, along with a deep understanding of the power of hard work, a belief in the greatness of America, an understanding of the lifelong habit of curiosity, an appreciation for the lasting impact of generosity, and a knowledge of the rare art of showing compassion. And now, having traveled with my father in my earlier days to many of the places where he spoke, and sitting in the back, listening and admiring, I remember that when Dad spoke, most of the time, the room stood and gave him a standing ovation. And so I'd like to invite you as we close, as his friends and family, to stand with me and grant one final ovation to a great life well lived. Let's applaud him. To our dad, to Dr. Pursch, and from our family, we thank you for being here. Please share the memories briefly, but our restaurant needs to move on to its business, and so linger as you can, but we thank you for coming. God bless you all.